He cheated on me with my best friend. But I didn't cry, I didn't scream. I stayed quiet and ruined both of their lives without ever laying a finger on them. I met Adam during my senior year of college. He was charming, funny, and effortlessly attractive, the kind of guy who could make anyone feel like the only person in the room. We started dating fast, too fast maybe, but when you're young and in love, you think speed means passion. You ignore the red flags and call them quirks. For 2 years, everything felt perfect. We graduated, got our first apartment together, even adopted a dog. Our lives were so intertwined that I honestly thought we were going to get married someday. And then came Brittany, my best friend since high school, blonde, beautiful, and always the center of attention. She had this way of making people feel like she was harmless, like her constant flirting was just part of her personality. She was the type of girl guys loved and girls warned each other about, but I didn't listen. I introduced her to Adam like any best friend would. I never imagined I'd come to regret that moment for the rest of my life. At first, I noticed little things, the way she laughed a little too hard at his jokes, the way he stood just a bit too close to her, how she always managed to be around even uninvited. I remember one night vividly. It was our anniversary and Adam forgot, said he got caught up in work. But Brittany, she texted me a picture of herself and said, "Cheers to another night out. No mention of me, no invite." At the time, I thought I was just being sensitive, insecure maybe, but deep down I knew something wasn't right. Then there were the texts. Late at night, Brittany's name lighting up his phone. He always said it was just memes or group chats, and I believed him because love makes you blind, and I was completely blind. Still, something kept nagging at me, so I started paying attention. He'd leave for work earlier than usual. His phone suddenly had a password. He was always tired, distant. We stopped going on dates. Our conversations felt like choreographed small talk. One night, I accidentally grabbed his jacket instead of mine. I was looking for my lip balm and I found something else. A hotel receipt. A boutique hotel 2 towns over. The same weekend he told me he was visiting his brother. I didn't say anything right away. I needed more. I started writing everything down, dates, behaviors, excuses. I became my own private investigator. That's when I found it all. He had an old iPad still logged into his iCloud, and there in the synced messages were months of texts between him and Brittany, explicit, shameless, vile. They talked about me like I was an idiot, mocked the way I talked, called me plain. They planned sleepovers behind my back, laughed about how easy it was to lie to me. I read everything, every I love you, every she'll never know, every photo they exchanged. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I sat there, frozen, numb. But something inside me changed that night. I wasn't going to play the victim. I wasn't going to beg or confront or yell. I was going to let karma do her thing. But I was going to give her a little push. First, Brittany. She was applying for her dream job in PR. She'd been talking about it for months. This was her big break, a company she worshipped. So I created a fake email, a professional sounding alias. I attached screenshots of her texts, especially the ones where she bragged about manipulating people, lying with a smile, and sleeping with her best friend's boyfriend. I sent it directly to their HR department. Not angrily, just as a concerned former classmate who thought they should know. She never got the interview. They didn't even reply to her follow-up emails. She went quiet after that. Then Adam. He worked for a startup that marketed itself as values-driven, the kind of place that hung inspirational quotes on the walls and had weekly mindfulness meetings. I printed every message, organized them in chronological order, made a neat little packet along with a fake complaint letter from a client who claimed to have seen the messages accidentally on a shared Zoom screen. I mailed it to his boss. 2 days later, he was let go. Personal misconduct. He came home that night in a panic, pacing, angry, saying it was all a misunderstanding. I said nothing. Instead, I handed him an envelope. Inside was a letter. Check your email and say hi to Brittany for me. Then I picked up my bag, called my dog, and walked out. I had already signed a lease on a new apartment, paid for it with my own savings he didn't even know I had. That night, I posted a photo of me in Paris. It wasn't new, just an old vacation photo, but it was enough. They both saw it. I know because Brittany tried calling. I didn't answer. She messaged me, said she was sorry, said he made her do it. I left her on red. Adam showed up to my apartment once, begged me to talk, said he missed me, said he made a mistake. I told him the only mistake was thinking I was weak. The weeks passed. Word got around. Our mutual friends were shocked. Some stayed with me, others ghosted. Maybe because they knew and said nothing, but I didn't care. For the first time in months, I felt free. I started taking care of myself. Went back to painting, took boxing classes, even booked a real trip to Europe, not just for the photo this time. And something funny happened. Once I cut them off, the silence got loud. Brittany started posting sad quotes on her stories. Adam created a fake account to watch mine. I blocked them both because I had no interest in their downfall, only in my peace. And as for Adam and Brittany, they didn't last. Apparently, cheating doesn't make for a solid foundation. They imploded, fighting, blaming each other, trying to salvage something built on lies. Someone once told me revenge is best served cold, but I disagree. Revenge is best served quietly. No screaming, no scenes, just calm, calculated silence. Let them destroy themselves while you thrive.